This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. Some breaking news within the last hour as the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development has released new information related to unemployment in our state.
DWD says it has received almost 500,000 unemployment applications since the onset of COVID-19. It has also received almost 1.5 million weekly claims, and about 2/3 have been paid. We keep hearing from so many of you that you have not been able to get through on the phone. We're seeing those numbers here too. The department received over 4.7 million phone calls just last week. Secretary Caleb Frostman says DWD is adding hundreds of new staff, multiple outside vendors, and working overtime to process claims as quickly as possible.
And we also continue to see a rise in coronavirus cases across the state.
That's right. We saw 305 new cases today. That brings the total number of cases up to 8,278. That includes 340 people who have died from complications from the virus. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services website shows 10% of people that were tested for COVID-19 today have tested positive. That is down compared to yesterday's 11%. DHS says we need to see a 14-day decrease in the positive case percentage before we can lift the safer at home order. The orange dashed line shows you the average, and as you can see there, it is actually going up.
As part of the Badger Bounce Back plan to reopen the state, the governor says we need to increase testing.
Today, the governor announced his plan to make that happen, and our Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda?
Governor Evers set 4 goals to make the state a leader in COVID-19 testing per capita. He says the state is ready to do 85,000 tests per week now, and that working to increase testing capacity will help the state turn the dial to eventually open up the economy.
Right now, the state is in pretty good shape on testing supplies, and we appreciate the support we've received from the federal government to date. But Wisconsin still needs help from the president to get additional testing supplies like swabs and reagent so that we can ensure anybody who needs a test can get one.
Here are the 4 pieces of the plan that he laid out. Respond to every outbreak. Test every nursing home resident and staff member in long-term care facilities for free. That's 373 nursing homes. Establish more community testing programs like drive-thrus in target areas, and make sure test supplies are available to all healthcare systems in the state so anyone who needs a test can get one. Evers says to date, the state has provided more than 60,000 tests to hospitals, clinics, and other community partners. 57 of the 72 counties have requested and received testing supplies already.
Amanda, thank you.
Staff and providers at UW Health's lab have worked to increase in-house testing capacity at UW Hospital and also expand access to tests. UW Health has doubled the number of daily completed tests to more than 400 over the last 10 days. It expects to see an increase to the number of daily completed tests, though access to key supplies remains a limiting factor here. The UW Health has reduced the turnaround time on test results. It is now 1/3 of the original time.
Yeah, the test takes, hours to run, which is much shorter than it was initially. We were waiting days to get results. There's still some travel time for the sample to get to the lab and for the result to get back to you, but it's not unreasonable to expect those results in a day or two now.
Well, health officials say people with at least one mild symptom can get tested at UW Health, but they say you will still need to call before coming in. UW Health also relaxing some of its visitor guidelines. Starting tomorrow, 1 visitor per adult patient will be allowed at UW Hospital. 1 visitor age 12 and older will be allowed to accompany adult patients to their outpatient clinic appointments. There are currently no changes to visitor guidelines for pediatric patients at the American Family Children's Hospital. Visitors must still wear a face covering and respect social distancing.
We know that the end of the coronavirus will really only come when we have a vaccine. UW-Madison and Madison-based company Flugen are working to try to meet that need.
And Gabriella Becerra joins us live. And Gabby, time is ticking here.
Susan and Eric, it's almost like a race around the world as scientists are working as fast as they can to develop a vaccine for the coronavirus. But as one Madison-based collaboration shares, it's all about safety.
This collaboration has thrown its hat in the ring to produce a vaccine as quickly as possible, one that is safe and effective.
Scientists at the University of Wisconsin-Madison are teaming up with FluGen and Bharat Biotech to develop a coronavirus vaccine at a pace much quicker than usual.
Certainly, time is of the essence here for this vaccine and for all potential vaccines. And there's a lot being pursued. And the goal of the researchers is to have any vaccine get out there. If this is the one or one of several that works, that would be fantastic.
It typically takes 15 to 20 years to develop a vaccine, but with about 100 potential vaccines in the race, an estimated arrival could be as early as winter.
Those are pretty aggressive from our perspective, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully somebody beats us there, because the sooner the better, as long as it's done safely.
But as FluGen CEO Paul Radspinner shares, safety comes before speed.
The margin of safety has to be so much higher for vaccines, because you don't want to do more damage than you do with the good of the vaccine.
And Radspinner looks at it as a team effort rather than a competition.
We look at it as a project to get somebody there, again, safe and effective as quickly as possible. And I think you see a lot of entities sharing information and so forth. So, we're hoping that we can get our vaccine, as I said, safely and quickly to clinical trials where we have enough people tested to feel comfortable that it's ready to go.
This collaboration's approach is unique in the sense that they're using a flu vaccine as a launching point. And it's also one of few contenders that will be delivered through a nasal spray rather than a shot, which they think could provide an advantage against fighting respiratory infections.
Gabriella, thank you. As we continue to increase testing and when we start to see restaurants and businesses opening up again, things will look very different.
Our Jamie Perez spoke to the Wisconsin Restaurant Association to find out what the future of our dining experiences might look like. Jamie?
So it's restaurants like these in the Greenway Shopping Center in Middleton that have had to adapt to new curbside pickup and takeout deliveries. But even when restaurants open up again, things are going to look particularly different. Think plexiglass in between tables, distributed packets of ketchup and salt and pepper. So a lot of things are going to look extremely different as we go into the next couple of months. Restaurants may only be allowed to operate at 50% capacity when things reopen, and any restaurant that has a self-serve salad bar, self-serve drinks, or buffets, those still will not be allowed for quite some time as we ease back into things. What's even more staggering is the statistics between how this pandemic has impacted the restaurant industry. 44% of Wisconsin restaurants have already temporarily closed, and if we do not see some sort of relief or reopening by the end of this month, the Wisconsin Restaurant Association says we could lose 50% of our restaurants permanently.
Most of them are family businesses. They're Main Street, Wisconsin. They have kids to support, mortgages to feed, and so on. And then you also have their employees who also are faced with the elimination of their livelihood. And it's devastating to think about what that greater impact is going to be.
The Wisconsin restaurant industry has already lost 70% of its business and $630 million in sales as of last week. So how can you help in the meantime? They said that by purchasing food still with curbside and takeout delivery helps, and to not go through third-party deliveries like Eat Street, Grubhub, Uber Eats. They say that only 40% of the sales that you pay actually go to these restaurants. So it's best to just go in person and go through the restaurants specifically in order to help them out during these extremely difficult times.
Yeah, try to do it once a week if you can at all to help those folks out. Jamie Perez, live tonight. Jamie, thank you. Cooler start to the work week. Let's check your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Eric, after a very mild weekend, it's cooler today, and get used to it. The chilly weather is going to stick around for a while. On visible cloud track, we had some filtered sunshine this morning, but you can see those clouds definitely thickening up from the west. The rain is still a fair amount off to our west, across western Iowa, western Minnesota. The air across Wisconsin is drier. but eventually those showers will reach us late tonight. This morning, temperatures dropped into the low to mid 30s. Here in Madison, we're at 35 degrees, but you can see Camp Douglas dropped to 29. Compared to 24 hours ago, our temperatures are down about 20 degrees, and that gives us readings right now in the lower 50s here in Madison and in the 40s to our east. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down into the upper 30s to around 40. There's a chance of showers by early tomorrow morning and a chance of showers during the day tomorrow, especially south and west of Madison. High temperature only reaching 52, and by the weekend, frost may be likely again by Saturday morning, as well as a couple of other mornings as well. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. President Trump is revising his estimated number of U.S. coronavirus deaths, saying up to 100,000 Americans could lose their lives. The development comes as the administration continues to accuse China of making the outbreak worse and hoarding supplies. CBS News obtained a U.S. intelligence bulletin that suggests the Chinese government intentionally concealed the severity of the outbreak while the country stockpiled medical supplies.
China lied, people died, as the now slogan says, and it's absolutely correct. They essentially went around the world vacuuming up over 2 billion masks.
Senators returned to Capitol Hill for the first time in nearly 6 weeks, trying to stay safe. Congress turned down an offer from the Trump administration for rapid coronavirus testing. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell issued a rare joint statement saying, in part, lawmakers want to keep directing resources to the frontline facilities where they can do the most good the most quickly.
There's a new website to address the mental and emotional health challenges created by the global pandemic, the Pandemic Crisis Services Coalition website. It is COVIDmentalhealthsupport.org. It aims to help connect those in need with appropriate mental health resources. The new site's database is searchable by state, contact method, type of support needed, and categories. Topics include anxiety, substance or domestic abuse, depression, and much more. The website also has articles to aid in coping with the impact of the pandemic, as well as information tailored to frontline workers. It partners with groups like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, the Trevor Project, and the Disaster Distress Helpline.
Forward Madison FC is teaming up with local restaurants to help give back to healthcare workers. The Flamingos are starting a Match for Madison campaign. It's selling tickets to a metaphorical match, Forward Madison versus COVID-19. Fans who purchase a $10 ticket will receive a commemorative ticket, as well as their name included on a mural that will go up at Breeze Stevens Field. $5 from each ticket will go to a fund to buy meals from 6 local restaurants, and those meals will be donated to healthcare workers.
That we wanted this campaign to be kind of layered and helping as many people as we can. So we thought that was kind of a nice way where we can combine helping our local restaurants and helping healthcare workers kind of in 2-in-1 at, you know, a really what we think is a comfortable price point for folks. So that $10 goes a long way in helping out the local community.
And if you'd like to help out, you can buy tickets at forwardmadisonfc.com.
Kroger is donating 200,000 gallons of milk to food banks amid the coronavirus crisis. America's largest supermarket chain said it'll direct the surplus milk to Feeding America, food banks, and community organizations through the end of August. Now, this initiative is an expansion of a partnership between Kroger and its dairy suppliers to make sure food insecure communities are getting the milk they need. Kroger is the parent company of Roundy's, Pick and Save, and Metro Market stores here in Wisconsin. A new report from the State Department of Tourism shows visitors spent nearly $14 billion in Wisconsin last year. That's up 2.6% from 2018, marking 10 straight years of spending growth in that sector. The report defines visitors as Wisconsin residents who visit other communities in the state and people from out of state. Obviously, 2020's report will look very different, but the department says it is hoping the years of growth will mean Wisconsin will continue to be a destination even after COVID passes.
This week is Teacher Appreciation Week. 2020 is a different year, with teachers doing most of their classwork with students online due to the pandemic. The crisis is causing teachers to take special steps, like sending out art kits in the mail and doing drive-by visits to their students. Teacher Appreciation Week lasts from May 4th to May 8th.
Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, how some department stores are planning on coming back after the COVID-19 crisis. And coming up tonight at 6, a family 6,000 miles away, making sure our community stays safe. We'll tell you how. That's coming up tonight at 6. And a quick check of the markets. The Dow notching marginal gains to open the week, up 26. The NASDAQ starts the week strong with a 106-point climb, while the S&P 500 gained a dozen. We'll be right back.
weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
The world may be shut down, but Mother Nature won't wait. Normal wear and tear on your home won't wait either. So if you need a home improvement, we're here to help. With exclusive offers to save you money on roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and design services, all with zero down, 0% interest, and no monthly payments for 6 months. Plus free virtual consultations from the comfort and safety of your own home. Visit fryconstruction.com for exclusive money-saving offers and contact us today.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com.
Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
When you have depression, it can plunge you into deep, dark lows and can leave you feeling extremely sad and disinterested. Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Not all types of depression should be treated the same. Vraylar effectively helps relieve all symptoms of bipolar depression with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Nausea, restlessness, and movement dysfunction are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
If a wedding or special event is in your future, consider the new Grand Ballroom at High Point Steakhouse. With panoramic driftless area views and an award-winning custom menu, it's the perfect choice for the perfect wedding or banquet. The Grand Ballroom at High Point Steakhouse.
Tonight on News 3 Now at 6, an update from Destination Madison on the tourism and hospitality industries. And we're looking into the future of local restaurants and what eating out will look like in the future. That's tonight at 6.
Southern Wisconsin is a vibrant, diverse community with great stories to tell. And I'm looking forward to bringing them to you during my favorite time of day, morning. I'm Chris Stanford, and I'm excited to be joining the News 3 Now morning team.
Welcome back. Macy's is reopening some stores in certain parts of the country. The retailer announced plans to open 68 stores on a limited basis starting today. The CEO of Macy's says they will start with stores in states that are easing coronavirus special social distancing restrictions like Georgia, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Texas, and Tennessee. Those stores will have limited hours, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Hilldale Mall says Macy's Madison store won't open until after Safer at Home ends. And some Hilldale retailers right now are in the process of setting up curbside shopping options.
Meanwhile, J. Crew has filed for bankruptcy. It is the first national U.S. retailer to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection since the coronavirus pandemic forced a wave of store closures. J. Crew Group expects to stay in business and emerge from bankruptcy as a profitable company.
A Parks and Recreation special has raised $2.8 million for the nonprofit Feeding America. According to Forbes, the total includes $500,000 from the companies that sponsored the event. Nielsen reports it netted 3.7 million viewers in real time. The special saw Amy Poehler back in the character of Leslie Knope. The plot involved her catching up with coworkers virtually during the coronavirus pandemic.
At least 4 tornadoes hit a Mexican town near Puebla over the weekend. These images, were broadcast by a local television station there, but luckily authorities say no one was hurt.
Well, let's get a look at your first warn forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us. Gary?
Well, I suppose the one good thing about seeing a chilly forecast for the next week to 10 days is the chances for severe weather here are very, very low if they occur even at all. But it's going to be unseasonably cool, especially as we head toward the weekend. You can see on Doppler track there's rain out to the west across the Dakotas into southwestern Minnesota and western Iowa. But notice as these showers push eastward, they just kind of fizzle out. The air is a little bit drier here, so it'll take a while for the showers to get here. And even tomorrow, I think the better chances of showers will be over the southwestern part of the state. The farther north and east you go from Madison, it may just stay cloudy with a couple of showers. But 3 things you need to know in the forecast. After those showers develop from late tonight into tomorrow, we'll see relatively dry conditions for Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures won't be quite as chilly. They'll just be cool with highs right around 60 degrees. There's a slight chance for a shower Wednesday afternoon. But then it turns even colder again toward the end of the week, and there will be some frost chances. I think the best chances will be Saturday morning, but Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday morning also could be cold enough for the possibility for some patchy frost. And you can see this on the 10-day forecast. Notice the low temperature Saturday morning, 31 degrees. That would certainly be cold enough for a widespread frost across much of the area. But notice out to the as you head into next week, those low temperatures still in the middle 30s. So because of that, the possibility is there for more frost, at least over a couple of nights into early next week. On weather track, we're still seeing that cool flow. The jet stream has sagged to the south. It's generally a flat flow, so we're not seeing any big storm systems. You see a much more wavy flow to it when we see more storms. But because that jet stream is sagging to the south, that's allowing cooler air to filter into much of the northern and especially northeastern part of the country. With time, this flow will become more northwesterly, so the warmest air will shift to the western part of the country. The coolest weather will continue here in the Midwest. So you can see on the surface weather map, the cold front has dropped to the south. Winds are generally out of the east and northeast here, keeping our temperatures cool. And the coldest weather is just to our north and east. Temperatures only in the 40s to around 50 degrees in the southern portion of Canada. Generally lower to middle 50s here, but you don't see any really warm air until you get down into southwestern Kansas, where temperatures are closer to 80. That's where they'll see more showers and thunderstorms in the vicinity of a stationary front. So on future track, notice the clouds thickening up tonight. The showers coming in from the west. Look for off and on showers, especially south and west of Madison through tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, we'll see a little more sunshine filtering in. There could be a stray shower in the afternoon, but temperatures will still be on the cool side. Tomorrow, look for a high of 52. There'll be some scattered showers. Again, the best chances south and west of Madison. 7 to 10-day forecast. 60 for Wednesday and Thursday. Lower 50s on Friday, and then those frost chances Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and Monday morning, maybe even Tuesday morning. Temperatures by the middle of next week, at least back into the middle 60s. By that time, the average high temperature is in the upper 60s, so we'll stay below normal for the next 10 days.
All right, Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the NFL already making some adjustments to the upcoming 2020 season. We'll tell you how they're changing things up this fall. That's after a short break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. This Mother's Day, give yourself or your mom the gift of a youthful, beautiful look. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet fine lines and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
Take action with the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. This Mother's Day, get up to 50% off the normal retail price. Plus, get free shipping. Visit Plexiderm.com or call the number on your screen.
We here at Brothers Maine wanted to check in with everyone in the light of the COVID-19 epidemic. We're going to do everything we can here at our store to make sure everything's clean, disinfected, and ready for customers to come in and shop with us. Not only can we come to your house and set up the products as we normally would, but we're also going to be offering a free drop-off service in Dane and Rock County. There's nothing more important to our company than making sure that our employees and our customers are safe and healthy.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Pro Football Hall of Fame coach Don Shula has died at his home in South Florida. He won the most games of any NFL coach, retiring after the '95 season with 347 wins. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1997. Don Shula became the only coach to guide an NFL team through a perfect season as well. When the 72 Dolphins went 17-0, Don Shula was 90 years old.
The NFL has announced it is canceling 5 international games for the 2020 season due to the pandemic. 4 of the games were scheduled to take place in London and 1 in Mexico City. So all NFL games will be played in the United States. The schedule for all 32 teams is expected to come out this week, and the NFL says it expects the season to go on as planned.
The Big Ten Conference announced today it will extend the suspension of all organized team activities through June 1st. The conference had already canceled all competitions through the end of the academic year, including spring sports that compete beyond the academic calendar year. Big Ten also announced a moratorium on all on- and off-campus recruiting activities for the foreseeable future. We'll have a final check, your first warn forecast, in just a moment.
With Mother's Day just around the corner, now's your chance to show Mom how much she means to you with a gift she'll love from Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Like this closeout women's Carhartt Force shirt, just $24.99. Get $100 off this KitchenAid stand mixer. This insulated lunch tote set is just $12.99 while supplies last. Assorted Farm and Fleet chocolates are just $3.49 each. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only 1 pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com.
Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Sometimes distance isn't the only barrier between you, your friends, and your loved ones, which is why TDS works tirelessly to provide you with the fastest, most reliable internet so you can stay strong, stay connected, and keep your world together. TDS, the best internet for how we live.
Coming together through tough times is a Wisconsin tradition. In fact, adversity seems to bring out the best in us. EdVest is no different. During these times, our dedication to your higher education goals remains as strong as ever.
Wow, that's Ensure Max Protein with high protein and 1 gram sugar.
It's a sit-up, banana, bend at the waist. I'm trying.
Keep it up. You'll get there.
Whoa!
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the White House predicting more total deaths from coronavirus even as infection rates steady in America. What's behind the numbers? Plus, the major retailer filing for bankruptcy. Will others soon follow? And our series, Racing to a Cure, inside the global effort to find a vaccine. Could researchers be moving too quickly? And how Mother's Day may look different this year in the age of social distancing. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary's here now with a final check of the forecast. We're going to have to turn the furnace back on, right, Gary?
Well, by the weekend, we could be seeing temperatures cold enough for some frost. Live view from the Queeby Radio Skycam in Platteville shows a pretty gray afternoon, and the WISC Skycam showing pretty much the same story. Get used to it because tomorrow will be just like today. Doppler track, though, the showers are still a pretty fair distance out to the west of us, so maybe late tonight into tomorrow morning before they first reach us. And the better chances of rain tomorrow will be south and west of Madison. Temperatures are already in the 40s east of Madison, closer to Lake Michigan. Milwaukee only at 40 degrees. Farther out to the west, La Crosse still at 60, but everybody's reporting cloudy skies. And by tomorrow morning, we'll be down to the upper 30s. Look for some scattered showers during the day tomorrow with a high temperature of 52. And then those temperatures get back up to around 60 for Wednesday and Thursday, but drop into the 50s for Friday into the weekend. And those nighttime low temperatures lower to middle 30s. I mean, it'll be cold enough for some frost on some of those mornings.
All right, Gary, I guess thank you. We'll see you back here in a half hour for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News coming your way next. Stay tuned.